Hello, beautiful. Welcome to the first live session for the Linen Closet Organizing Challenge. I'm Susanna Kay, if you don't already know me, and I'm so excited that you're here, and hopefully you've been following along with the challenge and enjoying it so far. So during this week, we are organizing our linen closet. So that's all those towels, the sheets, and probably some other things that you might keep there, like overstock or medicines or all sorts of other things that seem to find their ways into our linen closets. Well, during this live session, I wanted to share some tips on how to make decisions on how many towels and sheets and things like that to keep in your linen closet. I also figured I would show you my linen closet. Now, I don't even know what it looks like inside my linen closet because I did nothing to prepare and fix it up or anything for you today. This is what my linen closet really looks like, and the last time I went through it was probably about a year ago when I did the linen closet challenge in 2019. So this is how it looks after a year and with a family that's constantly going in and out of it. And mine is super, super tiny. Now, as you hop on, let me know who you are, where you're joining me from. Use the comments because that's the only way that I can see your questions and say hi to you. But those comments, even if you're not live, if you're watching the replay afterwards, I will still check those comments. So if you have any questions, that's the place to ask them. Well, let's start off by checking out what my linen closet looks like. And I'm kind of curious too. So this is it. It's super tiny. This is our only linen closet because we live in a mid-century modern house and they, I guess, did not believe in big closets. But after a year, this is what it looks like. It actually, thankfully, does not look too horrible, but it does not look great either right now. And one of the things I like to do with organizing is I call it organizational forensics. So when you're looking at your linen closet, the first thing I want you to do is take a before photo. So take a really good photo of your closet. That way you can see what it started off looking like. You might need to do a couple of photos so you know what to celebrate afterwards and you can really see the difference in that accomplishment. But before you actually start to organize your linen closet or any space in your home, it's really nice to do some forensics first. Look around in that space and see what's out of place and try to think about why. So I can tell you right now, a lot of the reasons that some of these things are not still as nice as when I did this a year ago. So up top, we store all of the guest linens and guest supplies up at the very, very top. We don't have guests that often. So we put it somewhere that's hard to reach because it can be out of the way. I can get the little step stool out once in a great while. But we changed out our guest sheets. And when we got new sheets for the guests and we were supposed to let go of the old, I must have been busy because here are the new sheets shoved on top of the soap holder. And the old sheets are still up there. So I can tell right now that was simply, I was in a rush. I did not do the right thing and pull out the step stool, but that's okay. So this I'm not too worried about because that's an easy fix. It's meant to be difficult to put things away. Now, aside from that, I see that we also have some extra face cleaners, face wipes. Now the face wipes are probably here because I see that we have a lot of things that have built up in front of the container for face and body and hand soaps. I've got all of this in the front, which means I can't easily get to that container. So I'm not likely to move everything out of the way just to pull that out and put this back in the right place if I'm in a hurry. So the container itself, I see, is still easy to reach. It was easy to put things in. It's not overstuffed. So I was still able to put those things in it. The container is not the problem. The location is not the problem. The problem is the fact that things were in front of it, which made it hard to reach. So let's look at what was in front of it. In front of it were these hand soaps. One is even empty, and it's just because I really liked the design. And the other is partially full because it was from winter. Now, these should have been put away. They should have been put here. Let's see why they weren't. So when I pull out our hand soaps, I see that they probably weren't, mostly because of laziness, it looks like. And also it looks like some extra old soap worked its way in here. So it's not quite as easy to put these away. It'll only fit one of them. So that means it's probably time to either find a different container for the hand soaps, a different location for them, or let go of a few hand soaps. Because if they're starting to spill out, just for now, I'm going to put it there. I will not leave it there. But if they're starting to spill out, then that's a sign that this is not working. So this was the problem that made the face cloths not get to their place. I also see somehow like a random candle made its way in there. And I remember it was because we were going to have guests. I wanted a new candle in the bathroom. Well, I will probably want a new candle in the bathroom again when we have guests again. So I should either find a spot in the bathroom for this or find a spot in the linen closet that's not right in front of the sheets, because that's going to block us from being able to take things out and put things away like we're supposed to. So that's kind of how you do forensics. Look at each area. We have too much. I forgot to skip our subscribe and save for our mouthwash. We have too much mouthwash. So that shows me that either if we're going to keep that much stock of mouthwash, I need to find a different location, or I need to be okay with it being in between the towels, or I just need to work through the overstock and make sure not to do that again. But go through, and anything that's out of place, figure out why. Why is it out of place? What is it that made it start to get messed up? A lot of times with your folded items, if those are starting to get messed up, sometimes it's because they're too hard to get in and out. So when you've got your towels like this, if you were trying to fit another towel in there, that would be really hard to put in and take out nicely. And that could be part of the reason why that's getting messed up. These are difficult if the stack is too high, since they kind of have to get tucked behind the wall. Then if they are too high, also it makes it extra hard because you need that kind of pivot space to get the towel in and out. So when you're looking at folded things, most of the time, like I'd say 80% of the time, it's because your stack is too big. You might just need to add a riser in between so that you've got smaller stacks, or keep fewer towels, or find a couple of different places to space out the towels. Because I could have done all of my towels on one shelf, but that would have made it very hard to keep up and looking nice. So I split them between. So once you're done with the forensics, then you're ready to actually look at what you're keeping and what you're letting go of. Sound good? All right. Hey, Wanda. I see Wanda's joining us. Welcome, welcome. So good to see you. Now, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments, whether you're on the live or the replay. But when we're looking at our decisions for things, so the first day of tasks was to decide on the sheets and the towels, all of those kind of fabric, normal fabric stuff. Day 2 was the tablecloths and any other specialty linens that you might have, blankets, things like that. So pull them all out. And if you have some scattered around the house, then pull them all into the same area. On day 1, I also mentioned do your laundry. So that way you have those clean and you know exactly how many you have of each type. Now, what I would do is I would pull all the towels first, and I usually just do it on my bed and pull them all into one place, see how many towels I have. And for us, what we like to do 2 towels per person. So that way one can be in the laundry and the other one can be an active towel. We don't have a whole lot of guests that visit, but if we do have guests, then it's very easy for me to just do laundry before the guests come. So that way they have that second towel, because we really, most of the time we do the laundry and the towel just goes kind of right back, because I try to do laundry frequently so it does not become a huge, massive task. The more often you do laundry, the less you have to do massive laundry days and huge folding, projects. It just feels like you fold forever when you're doing huge loads and you're only doing them once in a while. So most of the time, our daily towels go in the laundry and they come kind of right back. But we have the nicer towels that these are mostly for guests, but they're also our backup towels. Now, you might have a different situation. If you're caring for somebody who, if you're a caregiver and they need to go through a whole lot more towels, then your situation is going to be different. Just make sure to figure out about how many towels you go through before your laundry day, what your preferred laundry day would be. So if you want to do laundry once a week, how many towels do you go through in a week per person? And then keep that plus maybe 1 just in case. If you want to do laundry every 2 days or so, like I just throw in a load every other day, and it's super fast and easy that way, then for us, we just need 2 towels per person. Do however many you need before the next laundry. And the nice thing is when you start to run out of like towels or underwear, that's when you tend to do laundry. So it can also, you can use that to force yourself to do laundry more often, which is nice because then, like I said, it's not become a huge major laundry project and you don't have those like baskets and baskets to fold. It's a lot easier to get through really quickly. So you can use your limited supply of towels and underwear to encourage you to do laundry sooner instead of putting it off. So that's what I do. I pick however many I think I would need per person between laundry days. And then I make sure to keep 1 extra in case we come down with the flu or something and I need that extra grace time. But I try not to keep more than that because if you're keeping too much in case, then that's taking up so much space that could be used to store other things that you really do need in convenient places because like right here, this is prime property. This is like gold mine, beachfront property. We want these areas to only be holding the things that we really, really need. So if you have a whole lot of overstock of towels because you're afraid to let go of them, maybe some of them you'll put in a different location. And we'll talk about some creative storage later, but it is okay to put extra towels that you don't think you'll need just to see, kind of create a wait and see bin, see if you do need to pull them out. Feel free to put them in the top of another closet, put them in a wait and see bin, like a large Rubbermaid bin that you don't have in your immediate area, something like that to test it out, but try to get down to just those bare basics. Now, the same thing with sheets. Sheets, like I mentioned, we'll talk about the creative storage and different places that you can store them later, but sheets are a great thing to do 1 per bed and then maybe just 1 extra set in case, because that way you can just take them off, wash them, and then put them right back on. And the great thing about that is then you don't have to fold sheets. And I hate folding fitted sheets. You can see in the Facebook group, I posted my how to fold fitted sheets that I did with Good Morning Orlando, which is one of my favorite segments that I've done with them. It's hilarious watching them try to fold fitted sheets with the anchors. But I do have my trick. I still hate folding fitted sheets. So if you're just taking them off the bed, washing them and putting them on the bed again, you never have to fold them. But I will show you also later this week, I'm going to show you my folding hacks. This one was obviously not folded right, but that's okay, not the end of the world. But I'll show you my folding hacks later this week. But for sheets, 1 per bed plus an extra set is actually okay. That's a very reasonable, more minimal amount. You could do 2 per bed if you're afraid that you would need them. And if you want to keep a whole lot of sheets, then sometimes those creative storage solutions are going to be really helpful that we'll talk about later. But really, really limit yourself on the number of sheets that you keep because we rarely use most of the sheets that we have if you have more than that. So that's how to make your decisions on things like sheets and towels, things like tablecloths, things like that. Think about, do you have tablecloths that you can use for multiple occasions instead of having a specific tablecloth for each occasion? Maybe you have just a table runner or placemats or a centerpiece that you already use that can fancy up that tablecloth, like a basic tablecloth for each occasion, instead of having a specific themed tablecloth for each holiday. Maybe you can let go of a few and just keep that Christmas runner instead of a full Christmas tablecloth, or the Easter centerpiece instead of having an Easter tablecloth, and you can just have a really pretty tablecloth. Or if, like for me these days, there's only 2 holidays that I even use a tablecloth anymore, which is Christmas and Thanksgiving. So I have 1 nice tablecloth that I use for Christmas and Thanksgiving, but I don't really use it for the other holidays anymore because life has changed. I don't entertain in the same way. I don't want to be bothered. So if you're really not using the tablecloths anymore, think about that. Is it something that is kind of what you did in the past, but it's not really how you want things to be set up for the future? Then it might be time to let it go. Hopefully that's helped you with some of those decisions. We will go more into how to make decisions on the other things, dealing with overstock, creative storage, and how to make your closet look more like a magazine later this week. So keep your eyes open for those live sessions this week. Make sure if you're not already a part of the challenge, then head over to the Facebook group. Let me share the link right now with you. And you might need to pause this later and type it in. But on Facebook, it's the Home Organizing Challenges group with Susanna K. Head over there, join the group. It's free to follow along with this challenge. And then each day we just have a small bite-sized task to get your entire linen closet looking amazing, like a magazine. Also, throughout the week, I will be sharing some of my favorite things. So on my website, you can find a link to my shop that has the all of my favorite things, but also this is the link. Go directly to it. My favorite products that I love. So we will be talking about some of the containers later, labels. We'll talk about some of the shelving, all of these different options we'll be talking about later this week. So check that out as well. I hope that you're enjoying this. Stop by the website. Let me know if you have any questions, and keep being amazing. Do me a favor. You know that before photo that you took of your linen closet? Go ahead and post it in the Facebook group right now. So that way we can all band behind you, get super excited together, and just encourage you. That would be super awesome to see you over there. And I said hi to Wanda. Hi, Beverly. Welcome. So good to see you, Beverly. If you have any questions, post them in the comments, and I will see you later on this week. Let's see. I will see you Thursday at 11 Eastern. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I love you so, so much. You're doing amazing. Bye now.